Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to some more Crown Trick. Actually, I haven't played this game since, like 3 years ago? 3 years ago. 2 years ago. Late 2020. And haven't played it since. So, have I actually beaten any of these? I don't think so. This game has confounded me for pretty much every single playthrough. I don't know if I have any meta progression, but I'm just going to assume I don't. We'll just dive in and go from there. So it is it's a tile-based dungeon crawler roguelike, very similar to traditional roguelikes, but much shorter. Runs last anywhere from like half an hour to an hour tops, as opposed to like the really lengthy things like Caves of Cud and whatnot. Trait of the Dream Realm, unfazed. Stack of damage buff. Every turn at least stays in one place. However, random elemental status condition will be applied on the 5th stack. Interesting. So if I stay in place for 4, I'm fine. So we've got a Tiny Bomber, a Torture, Assassin's Blade, and Axe of Salty Waters. What about the Torture? An edge-adjacent target is defeated. Create 3 tiles of fire behind them. Interesting. Tiny Bomber. Every shot fired from this pistol will cause explosions. Manually reloading causes explosions as well. Drench to all attack targets. Or Assassin's Blades. On the turn after a blink, attacks will make the target silenced. I'm gonna pop the chest open and see what we get out of that. Let's see. Pick up some of these. I think I might want to grab the Tiny Bomber. Now, do I only have one weapon? Yeah. I have to decide. I like the idea of the attacks never missing. That sounds pretty good to me. This is not bad, though, as well, if I want to go for it. What's this one give me? Black Monolith, sound only. Black hole at target location, pulling in targets. Laser beam. We have Shun. Wind damage, and invincible this turn. For every 1 damage received, increase skill power for the next skill instead. And I really like Mandragora. The knockback stun is great, and so is Wild Bramble. So I'm probably gonna go Mandragora for this one. That might be a bit one-trick pony, but whatever. Okay, and I forget how ammo works for this one, because I see a couple different ones. There's a glove on the table waiting for you to add the finishing touch. Okay, right. So, Zap Glove. So increase more damage, higher range, paralysis rate, gauntlet cooldown reduced, or trigger rate. I think I'm going to go for the damage for the time being. We get to add more to this as we go along. Each dungeon you go to has a special feature that does things slightly differently. Okay. Right, I could just walk through those. Let's see, might as well just reload. I think I can walk through the rest of that, but we want our money. There's no time limit here. Oh. So I might as well kind of take my time, grab what I need. Enemies won't start showing up until I've actually entered a room and the doors close on me. Like so. There we go. And I just explode the heck out of him. Well, that was nice and easy. Scroll of Aggressive Venom. Yep. And we also have Speedy Blades. Whenever you blink, 10% chance to not include any blink. Now, if I right-click, I can just blink. I don't think I get blink for free, though. And we get Wet, which I think I can actually use to avoid some of that fire damage. Wait. There's treasure? Oh. No. Is treasure here? Oh, I see. No, it's just telling me that the Speedy Blades are in that room. I was confused. Also, I took some damage from probably an explosion. The Boy Who Lies. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna grab these. I'm not gonna read the lore. Just you tell the boy not to lie and you get a discount to the next store. Okay, and we've stunned him. We reload, which is unfortunate. Okay, and I think I can actually just shoot both of them. Sick. Warp over here. Can't shoot him again until, I guess we let him get a little closer. Until we reload is the real answer. Oh, and I have a limited number of consumables. We have an Elixir of Giants. I guess I should start using these. Can you tell I haven't exactly played this in a little while, and I don't exactly remember what the correct plays are. That should be fine. Oh, we get another event stone. Random attribute potion. See, a life potion. Oh. Replenish 10 HP after every battle. Yes? I don't know if there's a downside to that one. And yeah, I should hold on to the Zap Glove. Let's see. Nope. Pick this up. Pick it up? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta use the Zap Glove because it doesn't have any downsides to it. So we've got one key. But that's just meat, so I think we should just leave it alone for the time being. Look at how I get dash back. Well, what do we want? We've got the Heart of Flame. 3x3 square vortex of explosions at the designated location, dealing blast damage, forming lava tiles. Fire pillars under all enemies. 85 fire damage, forming lava tiles, while exploding all lava tiles to deal 85 fire damage and turning them into fire tiles. Demonic Stance. Let's see. Increasing your damage, and then burn enemies around. How long? For 10? Power of Demons in 10 turns. So that's actually really good. 19 fire damage to all enemies around you. And that's a teleport. That's pretty solid. Because this hurts everybody and does a ton of damage with the fire tiles. This is good as it gives me a shield, increases my damage, and gives me like a burning aura, which is kind of good for taking out groups. I'm still thinking the Heart of Flames is probably a little more useful for me. Even though this is cool. For every enemy within range. Oh. Skill power and regain 10 MP. I don't know. Let's still go Captain Barnabas. He just sounds kind of fun. So how do I get my dashes back? I forget. Unless I just dash a bunch of times and then it just comes back. Not enough blink uses. Uh-oh. I might actually have to manually get those back. I forget. Oh, right, and I can turn directions here. Ah. Been a little bit. There's a secret here. I gotta keep my eye out for those. And then I got another. What are you? Greed Machine. So I can spin this once. I have some money. Has a chance of getting me tokens, which I can then trade for things. I'm gonna try once, but I'm not betting on my luck. Yeah. I don't know, slot machines do not appeal to me that much. I took a little bit more damage. It's probably my explodey gun. Now, can I shoot that guy? No. I should probably use my fire moves. Yeah, that absolutely worked. Okay. Broke him. Reload. Explode him. Well, that worked. And we should probably reload. Oh! Does the reload hurt me? It probably does. MP consumption reduced by 50% of base level every time a skill is released. I'll lose HP. When damaging targets not yet in combat, breakpoint will be reduced twice, or blink range increased by 2 tiles. Yeah, let's go for the Excel Feather. I might want to swap this weapon out. Because I fire and then I reload. Yeah, I take damage whenever I reload this gun. Because manually reloading... Oh. Manually reloading causes explosions as well. Well, we have one well done. Okay, these are all just minor spells. Question, can I go back to... If I go back here, we can go grab those daggers. I don't think we can go back to the first room. No, we can, actually. So if I don't like any of these, I can swap them out. I'm gonna grab the torture, I think. Yeah, because applying Drench doesn't really work super hot with the whole fire business. And this way I'll stop taking random damage Okay, do that. Now, I've got a ton of mana here. Guess I'll do that. Plink him. Let's see. And if I skip turn... I'm not gonna... Wait. So I gotta reload, so that's not gonna work. Hit him with a push. Reload. I don't think he's within range. Now he is. And now I can break him. Does a ton of damage. Oh, breaking is how I get, extra resources. Or, extra dash charges. Up to a certain amount. So I gotta probably think about that. What is this? When dealing damage to an enemy with rapid fire, cast wild brambles once at the enemy location. Yeah, let's snag that. Okay. I don't see any secrets. I should probably keep more of an eye out. Then I also have the elixir. I don't remember what causes the elixir to refill. If it's on a per floor basis or what. Okay, let's see, what else do we have around here? I'll try and remember how to play better. Ooh. Rare relic, but no gold. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, for every attack that hits an enemy, your dodge increases by 5% per stack. And lasts until the enemy is defeated. That's actually pretty good. Not like game-breaking versus bosses necessarily. Still pretty good though. This is rude. Okay. I'm just gonna not be there. What is the range on this thing? It's only 3 tiles. So I'm a little limited in what I can do with that. Pop him. We still have to worry about this guy, and I don't know why he's here. It didn't work. Immune to fire. Eat some other stuff. I guess I'm actually just going to push him back. But yeah, unfortunately because he's immune to fire, we're a little limited in what I can do to him. If I move here, I still take the damage. I reload. Probably better that we just dodge away for a hot second. Okay. I skip a turn, let him get a bit closer. Break him. Get him with rapid shot. Get some resources back. Get him with wild bramble. And yeah, gotta remember, status conditions are jerks. At least the mandragoras are nice. Boop. Okay. I haven't taken too much. What do we get? Random relic. Reduce breakpoint 2 extra times when damaging edge-adjacent enemies. Can be triggered once per turn. Ooh. Hammer of the Abyss. That sounds fun. Edge adjacent. So we might want to actually go back for the fire pistol. Maybe. Okay. Did we have a single secret in here? I should probably double check. I don't think there are too many. But still, no. Also gotta remember to actually use the Zap Glove. I keep forgetting. Let's see, what room was it in? I think it was up top. This gun's good. Don't get me wrong. But I think I'm better off going with this whole edge adjacent thing. What does edge adjacent mean? Is the question. No, I don't want to actually bop out. Okay. Well, I'll just have to figure it out. It'll be a little obvious with this one. Edge adjacent target is defeated. Create 3 tiles of fire behind them. I'm assuming edge adjacent is next to me? Soul shard. Not sure what those are. Would I rather have the soul shard over the meat? I think so. 'Cause I only have a couple of keys. I think that stuff's worth, that's meta progression resources. Do we have anything else here that I could spring for? No, a couple of resources that I'm frankly never going to use. Okay, let's just get out of here. Unless edge adjacent means diagonal, but it would say diagonal, right? I have no idea. And we have a boss. Okay, mess him up. Okay, she does a pull. It's kind of rude. I guess I might as well push her. Not an FMP. Rough. Can I hit her with the Zap Gauntlet? Okay, and I can't hit her currently. We have no easy mana, but I could drink the elixir if I want to. Blaster 1. Push her back? Probably would have been better off with the Mandragoras. Ow. Shoot down. She's weak to fire, which is an issue. As I don't have much for fire. Okay, can I skip? Let's see. So I'm gonna go here. Blast him twice. Rude. And she's probably gonna just mess me up. Go here. Nope. I guess if I shoot down... I just don't think I'm particularly strong here. I guess I'm gonna drink that. Oh, that does actually cost me a turn. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so edge adjacent does mean units directly next to me. Okay, that's it. Gets her kind of good. Of course, I'm going to have to just reload, but she's on fire for a while. And we get some resources back for our troubles. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Move. Stay away. Now, what do we have? Explosive Vortex. Actually, maybe I should do this. Still kind of rude. Actually, what if I do that? I don't have much for scrolls, but what else do we have? Poison damage to an enemy. Scorch debuff. Maximum of 5 enemies. Alright, kill him. Set them very much on fire. Unfortunately, she might actually be just immune to fire. Which is possible. Well, at least we've done a decent chunk of damage to her. Reroll. She's just gonna cast that spell so we don't have to worry about it too much. That one hurts. I'm about to get more mana anyway. Do a pool of lava, but I don't think I have too much. That's off. Warp here. Poison her. And warp here again. Rude. But there's our mana. Let's see. Do we want to do the lava pillars? Sure. Okay, hit that guy. Let's see. The problem is my reload is kind of rough. Oh, did I only hit this guy? That's unfortunate. Gets her with a break. Okay, move here. Quaff. Unfortunately, each and every one of those things costs an action. what do we do? We'll stun everyone on top of them, apply 2 stacks of poison. I'm just gonna shoot her. Oh, I probably should have did a spell. It's okay. I think at this point... I think we've just got her in the bag. Maybe. Okay, that guy's gonna hurt. Is he, though? Just shoot one more time. Let's see, what else do we... What can I do? Knocked into an object will suffer damage. Otherwise, we can just do another explosive vortex. Taken some damage. I still have, I think, a use of my elixir. Okay, break him. She's mad. Elixir is depleted. I guess I'm just gonna warp over here and reload. Okay, wait for a turn. Shoot down. And she's dead. Alright, that was a doozy. But I think I should be able to get my elixir back. At the very least. I clearly need better weaponry, though. Alright. Grab a random relic. What do we have? When hitting an enemy with a skill... Ooh. No. That's when being hit by an enemy with a skill. When taking damage from targets one tile away, damage taken is reduced by 30%. I'm gonna go Cloak of Magic Absorption. I like the idea of that just as a way of sustaining myself further. Stat Scroll. Ooh, we need these. So an attack power or skill power. These are tough. Both are good. I feel like I gotta go with attack power. I just don't get that many skills. And we get a blueprint. Alright. Now, do we have an opportunity to heal? I think the main thing that I need to work on is my break damage. Oh, please tell me I've got some healing potential. Yeah, here we go. HP and elixir are fully restored. That's everything that I needed and more. Alright, and then we have the shop, which hopefully I can get something better than I have. I'd have some amount of money here. Frozen status condition applied to all enemies by 3 turns. That's actually really good. Those are consumable items. What else do we have? So we've got the heat charge cannon. Free shield absorption every time you deal damage, expires after current turn. And then we've got 2 really cheap weapons that might be better. Attacks ignore all shield effects. Damage plus 10% when used against enemies ranked elite and above. Hits with this weapon also apply physical damage taken plus 10% debuff to all targets. Max 5 stacks. Let's see. And then I've got this. The only immediate problem is reloading. After manually reloading, crit chances increased by 30%. It is good. Or I just go for the lance, just for something slightly different. Oh, the shotgun does even more damage up close, I think. I guess both are shotguns. Whereas this does more damage further away. So I'm going to grab the heat charge cannon. We might want the Wisdom of Frost and just go much more frost related. I'm going to snag it. It sounds like an interesting build option eventually. Okay, we've got the blueprint discovered. And right, I could also re-roll here to try and go for a better weapon, but I think I'm going to save my money. I don't think there's a way I can sell things. Let's just leave it. Continue onwards. I hold no illusions that I'm probably doomed. That's usually how these runs go, but you never know. I might be able to pull this off with enough luck and swapping out all my fire stuff for ice, I guess. Because yeah, if I could freeze enemies in place and then break them, ooh, that could do some nice damage. Maybe. Right, I think I also get to fix up my gauntlet some more. Which I should probably do. I think we want the, cooldown reduction. So I can actually use it more often. Okay, and then grab every bit of gold. Oh, right, we don't get gold here. I should stop. Challenge encountered. Use weapons less than 10 times in this room. The less weapon usage, the better the reward. Is it just these enemies? Okay. He's got determination. But if I hit him with that... nuts. Wait, yes. I should get all 3 crowns. Hell yeah. I forgot I had the gauntlet that I could use. Oh, all that money. Gone. Well, whatever. Heart Vessel. When damage is received, stacking buff of extra damage. I mean, it's nice. Yeah, it's a bit of a downer to lose all that damage, but the rare relic might still be good? I don't know. We'll see. So, we have Nightmare, Ice Wall. And Chaos Nightmare. 120 elemental damage of a random element, applying the corresponding elemental debuff. Pretty good. Mad Pharmacist is hella poison. Poison the size of 3 horizontal tiles under all enemies within a 5x5 square area. 4 stacks of poison and plague to the target. When the target is affected by plague, dies. 4 stacks of poison to the rest. Can summon a servant and attach a flame bomb. So I remember really liking this guy. Mad Scientist is also pretty good. Six turns, Ice Wall melts into an icy gale, dealing damage to enemies nearby. I think I'm gonna go Mad Pharmacist. I'm looking for things that do freeze effects. And I don't know if I'm going to get any. We'll see. Okay, so we have Crystallized Frost. Well, that sounds like it's got potential. Okay. I can blast him one more time. Warp here. Move off. Poison the hell out of these guys. Okay, then warp over here and reload. I should be able to blast him. Get close. Wreck him. Okay. No, I thought I reloaded. Whatever. Okay. Can't get him yet. You are rude. Go here and just shoot him. Yeah, unfortunately, this is the issue with shotguns. Okay, and he hurts, and we probably don't want to deal with that. I do see some interesting weapons, though. Let's see, and I have one more dodge charge, which is a little rough. Warp here, shoot him in the back. Oh, that worked. Okay, elemental status condition next turn. What do we have for this? Shadow Kunai. Massive amount of damage when attacking targets not in combat. Which is good. Swap them, move. I don't have much here. So that's gonna hurt. I'm now frozen. Ow. Okay, elemental status condition next turn. And yeah, I can't do too much, and I think I'm on fire, which is not my favorite. Okay. I'm gonna walk off for a second. Set him on fire. That messes him up super bad. Okay, wait for a turn, and then I should be able to break him again. Get more dashes and we've wrecked him. Cool. Panacea and a bunch of resources, and a blue fire sword. Sword of Hellfire, so less damage, more skill power. Every 5th successful attack scorches all targets struck, and after blinking, some shields after 5 shields for 3 turns. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Now, do I not? Oh, I see. There's still an enemy here. Well, credit where credit is due. This sword shreds. My HP is not looking super hot, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. Or I'll die. Sweet Relic. Enemies hit with a skill, the elemental resistance corresponding to that skill will be reduced. When it's 0, it'll be turned into a weakness. Interesting. Chameleon paper is probably one of the best things I could get. Alright. And Crystallized Frost. Has freezing, also has freezing. Alright, let's get rid of the Mad Pharmacist. Because, boy, if my freezing attacks get extra duration, that's worth it. Do I still have that life potion? I do. And a storage unit. Ooh. I have keys. Do we grab? I think we do. After defeating enemies with normal attacks, restore 10 MP. Nice. Not quite as practical as I was looking for. Why am I breaking these? Okay, what's this one? 3 floors, rare relic, can't switch weapons. I'm just gonna own it. This fire sword's pretty good. Reduce the MP cost of all skills by 40%. Cooldown will be increased by 3 turns. I'll take it. Okay, and then we have the gamble box again. If I care. Cooldown 9. That part's a little rough. Well, this is convenient. None of that, you. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of wail on this guy. Alright. And back. And that's not gonna hit me. Unless that's an AoE. Let's see. So what do we have? Cage of Ice onto the target that activates in 3 turns. Or Ice Bolt in a straight line. Hit him. Ice Fog. Okay. And I can 100% dodge this. There it goes. Let's see. Swap to this. Do we zap this guy? Yeah. Break him. Kill him. And we get the treasure chest. If it'll let me open it up. Shoot myself with the ballista. Ah. We'll get another relic. Let's see. Total damage equal to movement every turn. Interesting. Chance of using a skill to execute it again towards the same target. Skill damage will be reduced by 50%. Still pretty good, though. Deal extra damage to all enemies in the adjacent tiles with a 5% chance to also scorch affected enemies. Oof. Both of these are good. I like the combo glove, though. Ember seems really good, but I don't know how reliable it is. Oh, right. Secrets. I don't see any secrets on these walls. They could be on, like, the hallways, too. Like, it's actually really dastardly where secrets are sometimes hidden. Not in this case, though. Yeah, you can see it because it's like this weird little pattern on the sides. Not that I'm very good at identifying it. Oh, wait. Could I have gotten Leviathan there? Maybe. Okay, stay away from that. Break him, mess him up. Then we've got Netboy and everything else is good. Alright. Build jellyfish, I'll snag it. Not seeing anything else. Question. No. Maybe there's nothing. Do I know how long I'm cursed for? Nope, money's still disappearing. So we could get a Relic membership card? Sure. Even though I don't play this game that much, I might as well unlock as many things as I possibly can. I'm actually going to try and play it a little bit more often. The well done roast. I'd like to save up enough that I could buy it. We just, you know, need to clear our debuffs. Alright. Kill this guy. Torch them all. That is such a good move. Probably not that useful against bosses. But absolutely fantastic against everything else. Okay. Snag all the mana bits. Fragile light bulbs. I don't think we want to truck with any of those. Anything else? No. Oh, we've got another one of these. Paralysis trigger rate, second attack trigger rate, or range. Go for that. And money is still not lasting. Bit of a shame, but whatever. Maybe I'll get lucky after this one. None of that, you. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, if they're charging attack, that's how they get the extra break chance. I'd forgotten about that. So you grab the shield generator, that's some extra HP. You need a status conditions. Can it attack? Oh, it's an item. Item cannot be exchanged. Oh, I guess I can't pick up the hand cannon. That's unfortunate. Oh wait, weird vortex. Hold up. Where are you? I think it's a secret shop, which I can't actually buy anything at. Would have been nice to maybe snag some of these. Every time you use a skill, cooldown of all skills will be reduced by 2 turns. Yeah, that actually would have been really good. An attack buff depending on the current shield absorption. Huh. A lot of relics here. Unfortunately, no dice. Cannot afford. Maybe going for the no gold penalty is actually a little rougher than I thought it would be. A lot of enemies over here on the other side of Explosion Alley. Well, messes them up. Move. I guess no reason why I can't just keep spamming my skills. Okay. I'm just gonna let that go. Not necessarily because I need to, but because it's fun. Okay, and I'm still not seeing any secrets here. Unless this has got something that I missed. Yeah, it's either in a room that I've already been in and just didn't notice, or there's no secret, but there's usually a secret per floor, right? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are for one roguelite to the next. Okay, question. Can I pick up money? Yes! Money is free for me to pick up, at least. I should have refrained from opening treasure chests, is the real answer. I'm just gonna let some of those go. Right, and I'm looking for secrets in the walls. I think I've already grabbed this. But I still want to grab as much money as I possibly can. Just in case, well, I can afford anything. I don't think I'm going to be able to... I don't think I'm going to be able to buy any neat relics. Is the unfortunate answer. Okay. I'm coming up with a blank on this one. So unless it's somewhere that I'm like really missing as I go by, I think there's no chance. Oh, right, that's what I want the money for. I want the meat. I'm pretty injured, and I don't want to have to rely on my elixirs. And yeah, the water dude did not actually have a skill for me here. Alright. I've been through most of these. I didn't go to the upper section. So I should quick scoot up here. Because I was trying not to break any boxes. Yeah, here we go. Here's some. It's not much, but it might put me over the edge. So I can buy that hunk of meat. Yes. No, yes. Just barely enough cash. I think we're just gonna go up. There's nothing over to the left, because that's where the gambling room was. I don't know about here. Like a smidge? A smidge is still money. Okay. And there's a little bit more over here. Cool. Better than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Scoot over to this. Grab it all. And now I think we're good. Okay. Let's go grab the meat so I can get some healing. What else do we have? Activates automatically. Restores 150 HP. Yep. Grab meat. Good enough. Oh. Secret? No. Yeah, I must have missed it. Somebody probably saw it in the YouTube video and was like, how did you miss that? And the answer is, Chelle's yawning incessantly behind me. It is awkward. Okay, so we have Neptune. Now, she's immune to all ground effects, which is actually one of my least favorite mechanics. Okay, she's just gonna be shooting at me. I don't think there's much I'm gonna be able to do about it. I guess I should just get over here and hit her. I could try and freeze her, but I think she's immune to it. There we go. She's broken. Just wail on her face a bunch. As long as she remains stunned, I'm good. Pop over there. Don't know what she's doing for a hot second. I think she's still aiming in that other direction. Let's see. Nope. Wasn't quite worth it. Stay away from those. Oh, I've got good range here. But I mostly want to get close. There we go. Okay, now she's doing elemental arrow, which is rough. Oh. That's not fun. Still unable to move. Wait, hold up. I didn't quite break her. Now we've broken her. This hurts. I forgot about the uni when I was moving. However, we've done a lot of damage to her. It does help that she's weak to this sword. Unable to attack. Oh, she must have messed me up. Where the hell is she? Oh, she's up there? I don't think I can get over there. Okay. Get both of them. He's still shooting at me. Then stun the lot of them. Get some more mana back. Okay, is she... yeah, she's back. Okay, can I get within range? Kind of. I'm gonna go here and hit her with a Ice Bolt. Okay, no, she's hitting the whole group. Try and stun her, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think Eternal Frost works. Do I blink forward? Yeah. Because I want to... But did I freeze her? I might have. I want to stun her, but I don't want to take too much damage. I guess I didn't need to buy the meat after all. Looks like I was in a fine spot. Well, how many resources do I get? No yes, money. Ooh. Yeah, I think I won't go for the one. Ooh, Scroll of Elemental Powers. Increased stats. Skill powers or crit chance? I'm actually gonna go crit chance. I use my skills, but I'm usually using them to break enemies. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pick up the one that makes it so I don't get gold in the future. I don't think it's worth it. Let's see. When under elemental debuffs, your elemental power, the same elemental effect will be raised. Tempting. Ooh. Gain an attack buff depending on the current defense value. But I'm gonna go for the discount voucher. The other one would have been good, don't get me wrong. But a discount voucher means I can actually snag some stuff, way more relics, and the more relics I have, the more powerful I am. I don't actually know how many more shops we're gonna go through. Because is it 3 regions or 4? I don't know. I got through that entire fight without really taking any damage. She's usually a doozy for me, but I had no trouble with her on that one. Okay, so I don't think I can afford any of these. All skill cooldowns whenever you use Blink, that would have been good. And chance of a random item drop every time we use an item. I think I can actually live without these. And we get a pair of items, which I do kind of wish that unlocking items, like, gave them to you or something. But that might be a little overpowered. Right, dual blades do damage twice for every attack performed. I don't know if that increases their amount of break potential. Whatever. Okay, Realm of Kings, floor 5. The Realm of Kings that is the last one, or is there another past? I forget. No, I don't see any secrets here. I really love the visuals on this. Like, this game just looks really nice. If Caves of Cud looked this good, I would be the happiest camper ever. Like, I've always wanted to put some more time into that game, but I know it's not really worth it because it's just not particularly attractive. Let's see, attack range. I don't know if the last one gets a heightened effect. Okay. Mess him up. I don't think he's doing anything. There we go. I guess I can break him for a ton of damage. Okay, and I'm very glad we have that status potion. What does this do? Pool of poison. Okay, move here. Don't take too much. And scoot through. Everything else is good? Yeah. Generating a pool of poison is probably a good idea. Wait, hold up. Oh wait, immunity to all elemental status conditions lasts for 3 rooms. I gotta start quaffing that before boss fights. Because, boy, being immune to a whole status, any status effects means I can just plant my feet and just wreck things. Rude. Get rid of the chest piece. Mess the bat up. Is that all of them? Well, that was easy. And yeah, thank you, Healing Potion, for just getting me all of my HP back. Ooh, look at all that. Is there a secret in here? I don't think so. Gotta make up for lost money. Alright, I think we're good. What do we have here? Another room that is rife for fire! I should probably not be there, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this place be bad. Whatever's going on, man. As long as I don't have to deal with it. Pass turn, skip. Do you not know that that is incredibly rude of you? And that guy's just super poisoned. Wait, what? Oh. This little fire boy. Who I definitely don't do full damage to, though I apply extra weakness to him. So it's actually fine. The more I hit him, the more he gets messed up. Do we have any secrets? No. None that I see, anyway. Okay, let's just warp up here. Save me some time. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, max HP plus. All damage up. Max MP. I'm gonna go for... like, the extra damage is kind of nice. I'm gonna go with that. Losing a little bit of my survivability is kind of rough. But I do a lot of damage. And being able to get rid of most enemies seems like a good idea. Okay, so he's kind of a chunker. Okay, looks like he's stunned. Alright, he's back. But I don't think he's hitting me on that one. I don't know what his goal is. But this is what I was hoping for. Because when they're stunned, I can just do horrible things to them. Ow. I missed. Yeah, that hurt a little bit more than I wanted to. I was getting bold. I probably should have eaten my grilled jellyfish. Immune to scorch damage. Chance to... 50% chance to attack on scorch targets. Or better elixir. All of these are great. I'm gonna go for a Core of the Dragon, though. Because I have a lot of targets that I'm going to be setting on fire, and so extra damage on them seems like a really good idea. Alright, we got a treasure chest in here. Oh, it's one of these, but I have no keys. I was hoping it would be a chest. But it's fine. Maybe we'll get more. Let's see, gems melded first are weaker than the ones added later on. Paralysis trigger rate, 100%. I need to remember to put the purple one in last next time I play this map. Because reducing the cooldown of the gauntlet, which, speaking of, I really have to have the gauntlet out. Still, 100% paralysis rate on it is pretty good. Ooh. We got two bad boys here. Okay, we got a queen. Destroy the queen. Eee. Nope. Guess I'll pick up the dream key because I have no choice. Set them on fire. Purple gun. Warp behind. No! It's supposed to attack up. It's fine. Wreck everything. Don't worry about it. Okay. Gotta worry about that for a hot second. I'm gonna warp here and mess up the nightmares a smidge. Status effect next turn. Okay, stay away from that. I don't know what the swords strictly do. But that's fine. Go here. Set them on fire again. Messed up. Hit him with both of those. What do you think that was going to do to me? What? Who are you? I have no idea who this guy is. He must have either been hiding inside Nightmare or summoned by him. I don't know, but that was confusing. Well, we get a whole bunch of resources. Shit. Alright, random relic. Increase scorch damage received by all enemies by 70%. Every 10 hits, the MP cost in the next skill will be reduced by 100% of its... Oh, these are both really good. I'm gonna go for Accelerant just because I set a lot of things on fire. Okay, what are you? Tar Walker. Whenever your single shot hits an enemy target, gain bonuses for rapid fire. Effect expires when rapid fire is executed. Chance to have applied... no. I really... don't know what these swords do. Maybe it's a puzzle thing? Hold up. There are more swords on this side? No. Confusing. Well, let's just go down. What do we have? What can we afford? Chance to dodge skills as well. Counter every time Ellie gains a buff. When it reaches 10, Ellie's HP and NP revert to that of 3 turns ago. Interesting. Let's see. Shield of 10 every time you do damage to an enemy under effect of a status effect. Let's see. Chance you do even higher crits. Ooh. I'm gonna go Lucky Dice. That's really good. What else do we have? You hit 3 or more targets, ice under their feet. No. Now I could try and re-roll this. I'll do it, see what else I can possibly get. Oh, first time you receive damage in each room, effects are nullified. Ooh, Mega Shroom. Normal attack damage plus 50%, but doubles all my mana cost. That one's tough. Focus Sash or Rune of the Brightest Moon. I'm gonna go for the Brightest Moon. That actually seems pretty useful. Oh. I can destroy these. Something is still hidden. Probably some other way of doing that puzzle, but I don't know. Okay, do we see anything else here? No. This is at least generally Dunsky. Okay. All gold and soul shards will be lost. I'd be fine with gold, considering, but soul shards not so much so. We need soul shards as meta progression currency. Oh. Always got to double check, just in case there is something. In any of these. Yeah, so this one. This one actually did have a secret. I'm trying to keep my eye out for it. Random weapon. Let's see. Starlight daggers. 3 stacks of poison to enemies 1 tile away. Ooh. But no, I care not for any of those. This weapon is just too good for the whole fire business. And then what else do we get? Well, a whole bunch of money. don't think I'm gonna go... I could go back to that shop and re-roll. Maybe. If it lets me. Let's go back here quick, though. They've got the meat. We've got at least one more room. Because, yeah, if I go back to that other shop, we can potentially get one more, like, really good thing. What are you? I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Okay. So, I like the crystallized frost, but I think I'm actually going to grab Demon Lord. Reason being... Let's reselect for a hot second. Fire damage to all areas, fire damage to all areas. Yeah. I'm just going to really own fire. We might run into trouble if we run into a boss that's immune to it. But I have the thing that turns it into a weakness after X number of hits. So I think I'm fine. Unless total immunity means total immunity and I can't supersede. And whatever that is, I don't know. Strange sound. Let's see. Wake up the centaur. Or centaur. Oh. Sharing treasures, but he wants money. Pay up. Ooh. So we also get a weapon lock, but it's bad. Hence has a chance. Attack has a chance of setting things on fire, but otherwise bad. But worthy investment. We got more money than we put in. Cool. What is this room? Oh, that's the shop room. Okay, do we go back here? I guess the real question is, how much does it cost to reroll? An additional time. Worth it. Skills will also be able to crit. Chance of getting better buff, or... When using the element of the enemy's weakness to attack, the MP cost of your next skill will be reduced. Yeah, let's snag that one. I think that means I can hyper cast. Okay, that's lava tile. Lava tile's worth it. Okay, where's the exit? Over there by the shop. I don't think I need meat this time. We could run into more of a doozy, but I don't know if we have one more boss fight after this or not. Oh no, this ain't it. Where's the door? Unless this is it. Yeah, I guess it's gotta be one over. Is it? Yeah, it is. Let's see, I could maybe buy more shield generators? Yes, I can. Now I've got a bunch of them. If I know I'm going to take a hit, I can quaff one of those. Maybe. I don't know how worth it's going to be. Now, is this the big bad boss fight, or... Yeah, this is a big bad boss fight. Oh, it's Vlad. Kind of rude. Okay, Requiem. Oh, they just charge forward. Rude. Don't know what he's doing. It's kind of hard to see through the group. I guess I'm going to warp over here. We're going to do Demonic Stance. Let's see. No, I'm not going to be able to mess him up. So I'm going to just stand here and hit him with volcanic eruptions. Is he properly weak to fire now? No. He's not. Well, that kind of works. Okay, and I also have the Arrival. Now, does that actually stun him? It did not. Okay, what do we have next? Set him on fire? Kind of. Oh, can only receive attacks within a 1-tile range. Immune to silenced. That means I can't do anything to him at the moment. Oh wait, hold up. I should become immune to status effects. What am I doing? Okay, so he's got a pawn. And I'm just gonna go over here. Did he actually take damage on that? I think he did. Oh no, I have to be next to him to hit him. Like, proper next to him. Okay. Move here. Break that. Mess that up. Luckily, Vlad the Commander is pretty... I'm gonna say weak. Okay. And move over here. Pass turn. But I've still got some time. Oh no, I have to be next to him, though. You know what? Good time for a quaff. Alright. And yeah, I should probably just wail on him. He doesn't do that much damage, and I can just break him at this point. There he goes. Okay, Scroll of Earthquake and Barrier Blade. Don't think I care too much about either of those. Run's still going, so maybe there's more to this than I thought. I thought the runs were shorter than they were. Well, we get a Scroll of Stats, extra MP, or just bonus attack. Nah. I'm just gonna keep boosting. Knock my mic over. I cannot wait until I can get a new mic arm. Okay. So attack based on defense. And that's long range. Yeah, let's go for the spiked heavy shield. What is my... Can I check my character stats? I. So what is my defense? I assume it's based on like one or both of those. Can I actually take a look at this thing now that I have it? Yes, maybe? Will it tell me what it currently is? The answer is no. Because is defense both of these, or one or the other? Or is there a completely separate defense stat that I do not know about? I don't know. Doesn't matter. And we didn't lose too many resources on that one. We're still going. Hi, Chelle. What's going on? Chelle's saying she remembers playing this game. Yeah. It's a fun game. I just don't think it's much of a Chelle game apart from the visuals and very occasionally lore. Okay, so what do we have? When dealing fire damage to scorch targets, the scorch is reset. That's good. There are enemies without a target in this room. Increase your normal attack damage by 100%. And unaffected by elemental tiles. Oh, that would have been nice. Remember liking the Shroom Fists. But it's hard to pull off. Well, we're still going, but I'm feeling pretty strong. We've got a decent amount of stuff, and we got one hell of a fire build going. Oh, the weakness one just reduces it by 1 step, and that's it. So if they're immune, they just become resistant. But if they're weak to it, then they, or if they take like a weakness, they become like full weak to it, which is actually pretty effective. Anything else here? Nope. Now I'm trying to keep an eye out for those secrets. Not as easy as I'd like it to be, but whatever. Okay. And I believe if I warp next to these guys, it just messes them up. Who's left? None of that. Oh, come on. I have this bad habit of accidentally clicking the wrong direction and just missing terribly. I don't think it hurt me there. Okay, well, do another one of those. My cooldowns are really long for some reason. Which is kind of a downer. Yeah, 13, 9, 13, and 23. Oh boy. I'm not going to be using my skills much. Oh, wait, no. This always had like a cooldown of 20, though. Alright, initiated conversation. Chance of affecting your attack. Or defense. Mild defense bonus? Yeah. I just don't want to have a chance of getting a negative. Okay, break him, set him on fire. I don't have much else. Go demon form? Sure. Hell yeah. Go here. Nuke this fellow. And then, considering nothing seems to have a mana cost because of something. I can just bandy my skills around left and right. The problem is, it takes forever for them to come back. Which does have kind of its downsides. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, it just muted me, so I didn't have to worry about it. Or don't have to worry about it. Was a little worried. Right, back we go. What else we got? The shock area. Oh, I hear chocolate. I was eating chocolate. No, it's fine. I've had my chocolate fix today. I had a gnarly headache, and then I was like, I'm gonna eat 3 chocolates and then dinner, and I'm like, I feel good now. So we have 2 abilities here if I want to. Shift back 1 tile, resetting cooldowns for all skills, and increasing skill power for the next skill used by 30%. Stance change. I might want to try this. Try the Hellish Boxer in favor of Demon Lord. Demon Lord's a little hard to pull with. Being able to potentially reset my skill cooldowns sounds like really good, considering my mana costs are negligible. What's up with this room? Oh, of course. That's a very kind secret. Of course. I have to actually make a decision here. Maybe we get another key, maybe I can pop those open. Luckily those treasure rooms aren't too expensive, ever. What do we got in here? Friends! If I do this. 6 in front of you, dealing damage. None of that, fair doctor. Okay, elemental status next turn. Get that. And then we have the Windblade Overlord. Who I can explode and just do heinous things to. Holy shit, my damage is absurd. I might actually win a run of this for once. So, dual swords, frost, and then fire. I just wish I knew what the chance to apply Scorched is. And I also have to be right next to enemies. Chance of being on... being frozen on ice tiles for all enemies. That's certainly nice if I actually went for that. Okay, Relic Lock. Breakpoint, 1 extra time for that. Let's see, every turn affected by any elemental status conditions or focus sash so I don't die. Go for the focus sash. Not that it really matters too much, but at least I won't have to worry about it if I'm like right on the cusp of victory or defeat. The chances of me being at that point are low, but you never know. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to this sword. Its damage is pretty good. And I like the fact that it lets me hit things diagonally. Doesn't work against Vlad. But I think it's only Vlad. Okay. Obtain gold. I'll take the gold. I don't think there's a downside for it. As usual. Oops. Don't want to be there. Oh, it didn't quite work. Nope. Well, I just killed him. Okay, do we even have any enemies left? I don't see any. Yeah, that whole set everything in the room on fire perk is absurd. Especially considering how much damage I do. Okay, don't see any other secrets. Walk back here, or warp back here. I don't actually know if it's faster. I think it is a little bit, but I mean the teleportation animation is nice. Free meat. Well, free. Oh, but no. Alright, anything else? Just this one. Small floor. The question is it final boss after 7 floors, or is it after 9? I forgot how long these are. Blessing. I'm gonna say no. Regular attacks would be twice as strong, but I wouldn't be able to use my spells for 3 floors. That's brutal. Okay. We have the Trickster. Mess him up. Something fierce. Well, he's removed his coat. Oh. Unable to attack. That's rude. Burn! There we go. Guess I should have used a spell. But it's fine. Open the chest up. And we get more goodies. Let's see. Extra damage. Ooh. Yeah, let's grab Ember. Adjudicator of Fate might have also been really good. But I think the chance of scorching more things is good. Total damage up to... Oh, wait. Up? Total damage up according to movement distance every turn. So if I warp a bunch, I get a big damage boost. Okay, anything else? That's really hoping we get a shopkeeper. Alas. But we're not hurt. We don't need any meat. We've got resources aplenty. So whatever the boss fight is, I think we're going to be fine. Oh. Wait, no, that's the boss door. I saw a thing in the distance. I'm like, is that something I need to care about? What does this do? Oh, lightning strikes against enemies in the room. I mean, that would have been nice. If I cared. Bottle of poison, rune of teleportation. Nah, I think I'm good. Now, is this a boss fight, or is this the boss fight? I don't remember. Huh. Welcome to the wedding of the famed doctor. Your gauntlet looks very eye-catching and make a great wedding gift. Gift gauntlet. Thank you for your generosity. I'm sure the bride will be pleased. Oh, this is... I think we've seen this guy once. This has to be it. Right, this guy's trying to revive his wife with, like, clockwork or something. The machine is running at full capacity already. There's nothing... There's someone ahead. Who's there? Who are you? Oh, I'm sorry. You must be one of Alina's guests. Thank you for being here on the happiest day of our lives. Alina, you mean the robot next to you? You're being incredibly rude, young lady. Alina's not just a robot. She's the love of my life, the one I'm destined to be bound to for eternity. What a pathetic fool. 'Tis but an empty shell without a soul. No match for an actual human being. I suppose our love is simply something not fathomable by ignorant laymen like you. The profound beauty of science cannot be comprehended with impotent brains such as yours, after all. No matter, you will suffice as witnesses for our ceremony nonetheless. Come, Alina, let us walk down the aisle towards happiness everlasting. Turn the device to complete the circuit in 100 turns so the doctor may be stopped. Oh, it's freaking Pipe Dream, man. Okay. Turns available 84. So that's one of the two. Frank the Craze, and he's now pissed. So Frankenstein. Okay. We're out of warps. Wait, I should probably pop this. Okay, can't do that. Well, pop that, because that's nice and easy. Let's see. Anything else? Do that to get some dashes back. Or just kill that guy. Okay. No more dashes. I mean, he's just dead. Rip my teleportation. There we go. There's the other one. Nice and easy. And now he's pissed. I think. But why? Why are you still not awake? Oh. Well, he got kinda... Yeah. He big mad. I'd take care of that. I've still got plenty of mana. Oh, converts... I see. So I have to be right next to him. I'll set him on fire. We'll get him with a Rising Dragon. Hit him with 100 strikes. They're gonna hit me. Just warp here and hit him a couple of times. Because I do a lot of damage. Okay, one more. He's still stunned. One more. He's still stunned. Oh, I see. That's what happened. Alright, that's not a problem. Okay, we've still got that. Okay, nope, that's the uppercut. Excuse me, sir. Please stop. Oh, that was nice and easy. Now do we fight the robot? Yes. Alright. So round 2. I knew the mechanical bride had to wake up. There's no way we were just only fighting Frank on this one. Okay. Luckily, most of the just basic goon units are really not much of a threat to me. And I have seemingly infinite mana. Okay, warp there. Let's just probably nuke everything. Get rid of him. More mana. We messed her up without even seeing her. Means I think it's time to get closer. Let's see, what do we have? That gets her good. Can I warp there? No. So we'll have to wait. Wow, that was excessive. Oh, fine. What do we have? Is that everything on fire again? Yes. Oh wait, right. I'm immune to Scorch. I can just hang here. Now, did she have shields? Well, she's stunned for a while, but... Pff. Look at all that damage. Damn. Holy shit. I blew all of her mechanical skin off. Well, did we win? Was that it? To him, forever trapped in this nightmare, chasing love and affection. Can't help but feel sad for him. There's no one to blame but himself for his misery. He refuses to accept death as a fundamental part of life. He chose to torture himself in this fragile fantasy he built. Actually, it feels like I can somewhat understand his actions after defeating him. I think he chose to stay in this nightmare. Preposterous! Why would anyone in their right mind willingly suffer for eternity in this abyss of nightmares? Well, the love of his life no longer exists in this world. However, there's a possibility for him to be reunited with her in the nightmare realm. So he went for it. Even if it meant pain and torture with no end in sight? You know, we humans can be quite strong and determined in the name of love. At least that's what the instructor told me. What you call determination, I call foolishness. Humans will never cease to astound me in this aspect. I know that irrational affection can be a flaw, but love is what makes us human, and what makes us strong against all adversity. I guess I've worn out your patience for now. Let's keep going. Can nightmares really be a source of hope? What was that? Did you say something? Never mind, let's hurry out of here. Just... resources. We get a blueprint, and we're done. Hey! I have been trying to win a run of this game for actually years, and I'm glad I finally did. We get some more blueprints. Max MP will be locked to 1, and all subtracted HP will be turned into absorption shield. At the same time, duration restriction of all shield effects will be removed. That's interesting. Using an item, chance to not consume it. Black market will be added to all merchant rooms from now on. A max HP by 100, fully replenish all HP. That's pretty good. And carrying 500 extra gold back to the Hall of Reincarnation. Huh. Those are pretty good. And then we get some meta progression too. I've been wanting to come back to this game for quite a while now, but I've been really afraid that I'm just going to get my ass kicked every time I do. And I am glad to know that I've actually succeeded. We've still got two more levels to do if I ever want to, you know, win, but complete the game. I don't even know if there's a completion. Okay. I'm just not going to think too hard about this dialogue. I just want to look at the meta progression. There's a lot of dialogue. Okay. Can I actually do anything? No, there's just dialogue aplenty. Okay, maybe if I go back to the crystal. Can I, like, hop between all of them? Because I don't really want to... here we go. Now we can take a look at what they have. So we have familiar crystals if we want to. So if you haven't seen this before, this is kind of the stat meta progression. And you gain very small stat bonuses, but they're still good. Skill level increased by 1 permanently. No need to equip the familiar. I don't actually know what skill level does specifically. Is that just skill damage in general, or... I'm assuming as such. But yeah, so we have a bunch of different familiars that we can kind of upgrade by doing this. And some of them will actually unlock us, like, new items and stuff too, now that I'm looking at it. Neat. But this is probably what I want to do first. When you use an elixir, get an extra blink. Extra elixir healing. Ooh. That is actually pretty good. After breaking an enemy, your combo duration will be prolonged by a turn. That's kind of nice. Internal items increased. Merchants now offer 1 discount item. And when you pick up a key, you get a chance at 2. Bosses drop more soul shards. Retain 2% of your soul shards when entering the dream realm. So I have to spend everything. Fine. Retain more money. That and convert... Golden touch. I can convert all relics, relic locks, and weapon locks into gold. Anything that I do not need, I can sell back, which is super nice. Oh, care limit increased. Some of these would be pretty good. But I'm probably just going to level that up. Let's see, can I get anything else in here? A little bit more damage. And a little bit more defense. Sure, why not? Alright, cool. So that is Crown Trick, everyone. I hope most of you guys kind of know about this game before, but if you haven't, it's probably my favorite traditional roguelike that I've played to date. It's quick-ish. I mean, hour and a half for a run, but still quick. The elemental combos are fun, the weapons are interesting, and I love the different relics and all the things they let you do. But with all of that said, I'm pretty tired, so I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.